Bonjour, hello out there. This is an attempt at a translation of the poem called L'Albatros by Charles Baudelaire. You can find a recording of it if you want me to pronounce it for you on YouTube as well. I'm going to take you through what I think is a good translation of this. Online there are many attempts at translation. As with many poems, it's hard to get it exactly right, but here is what I think, and I'm going to be a bit clumsy because I'm trying to use my left hand here to keep the video still. So, The Albatross, obviously, by Charles Baudelaire. Souvent, often, pour s'amuser, to have fun. Les hommes d'équipage, okay, so this expression means sailors, equipment men, okay, it's referring to a ship. So, often to have fun, sailors prennent des albatros, vastes oiseaux des mers. So they take albatrosses, large birds of the sea, qui suivent, who follow. Okay, this is referring to the albatrosses, the birds are following. Indolent compagnon de voyage. This adjective indolent means lazy traveling companions, okay? So in the first paragraph, to sum it up, often to have fun, sailors take albatrosses, which are big birds of the sea who follow them, lazy traveling companions. The next paragraph, le navire glissant sur les gouffres amers. So now it's talking about the ship sliding on gouffre is abyss or gulf, and I forgot to look up amer. Amer can mean bitter, but I'm not 100% sure if it means bitter here. The ship sliding on the gulf. And I'm going to glance real quick for a second at a different translation to see what they wrote. Okay, it doesn't really say. Okay, we'll go on to the next line. À peine les ont-ils déposés sur les planches. So here the ship is sailing along on the gulf, on the sea, on the waves, and then barely have they landed on the planks. Okay, so it's kind of setting a scene here in the second paragraph. The ship is sliding along on the wave, on the gulfs of the sea. And now I think it's about to refer again to the albatross. It's saying, they have barely landed on the planks, that que ces rois de l'azur, that these kings of the sky, maladroits et honteux, so clumsy and shameful, okay, in other words, they're just big awkward birds, right? Laissent piteusement leurs grandes ailes blanches. They pitifully let their large white wings, comme des avirons, like oars for a boat, traîner, drag, à côté d'eux. Okay, so the first paragraph is kind of talking about what the sailors do for fun. They like to play around with albatrosses, who are big awkward birds. Here it's saying as the ship is sailing across the sea, sometimes these big awkward birds will land, these kings of the sky, clumsy, and when they land, they pitifully let their large wings drag beside them. Okay, so you're kind of getting an image of, up here the sailors messing with them, and they sometimes are landing on the ship. Okay, third paragraph. Ce voyageur ailé, this winged traveler, comme il est gauche et veule. How he is awkward and cowardly. Lui, naguère si beau, qu'il est comique et laid. Okay, this word naguère means formerly. So him, referring to the albatross, formerly so beautiful, now he's comical and ugly. So So I think here they're referring to the fact that perhaps in the sky he might have been the king and graceful, but when he lands, he doesn't really know what to do with himself. L'un agace son bec avec un brûle-gueule. Okay, so according to many translations that I've seen on the internet, they're now referring to a sailor. So one of the sailors, l'un, agace, bugs or bothers, son bec avec un brûle-gueule. Okay, I had a hard time with brûle-gueule. It's like it's not pipe cleaner. I'm gonna have to look it up again now. I forgot what it said at the beginning. Something, it's a tool that sailors use to clean something. Some translations say clay pipes. This one says a pipe stem. I'm not really sure what a pipe stem is. Perhaps if you're a sailor, you might know. Okay, so one sailor bothers the albatross's beak with a pipe stem, so you can kind of picture the sailors kind of poking at them, almost as if they're trying to get them off the ship, like shooing them away. The other sailor, okay, mime, imitates, en boitant, while limping, l'infirme qui volait. Okay, so one sailor pokes at him with a stick. The other one is like mimicking them, the infirm one, the one who limps. Okay, so they're kind of like, I have in my head an image of a sailor like pretending he's an albatross walking awkwardly, like ha 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 ha, you know, the infirm bird who flies. Oh, he's so dumb, you know, let's just imitate these dumb birds. Okay, and so that's kind of, these three paragraphs basically are the narrative of the poem. This last little bit, interestingly, is almost like the poet's personal interpretation. It's a small window into the heart of Charles Baudelaire and what he was trying to get across here with this sort of tiny story. He says, "Le poète est semblable au prince des nuées." The poet is similar to this prince of the skies, prince of the throngs or swarms, okay, of birds, qui hante la tempête, who haunts the storm, et se rit de l'archer, and laughs at the archer. Okay, so he's saying the poet is similar to this prince of birds who laughs at the storm and who haunts the storm and laughs at the archer. Exilé sur le sol, exiled on the ground, au milieu des huées, in the middle of booing, ses ailes de géant, his giant wings, l'empêchent de marcher. So his giant wings prevent him, from walking, which I think is really interesting. It would be neat to hear a student's interpretation of this last little bit. You know, Baudelaire is saying the poet feels the same way. It's like one minute he's soaring high in the sky, but then sometimes he's very awkward when he's among the crowd and people are booing him. So I thought that was very interesting.